and I can eat my own face. I bet you're all curious about that, but the demonstration's gonna have to wait till later. I don't want to frighten anyone just yet. You see, my life is frightening enough as it is. This is my dad.
Who are you talking to, Bobby?
Nobody.
Good. What was that noise?
Nothing. You see, my dad had a bit of a problem. Shh. He thought extraterrestrials were looking for him.
Quiet. They'll hear you, Bobby. Don't be stupid. The government's been run by aliens since 1960.
Good morning, Bobby.
Hi, Mom.
I sure do love you.
Thanks, Mom. You see, my mom seemed normal, and she was normal until my little sister Wendy was born. Wendy is 5 years old, and she's the devil.
Good morning, Wendy.
Hi, Mom.
I was just gonna get you and Bobby some brownies.
I don't think Bobby should have any brownies.
Well, why not?
Because he said poo.
Bobby, how could you?
And then he bit me.
You bit your sister?
Mom, she's lying.
When Bobby lies, it makes me really sad, Mom.
It makes me sad too, Wendy.
Mom!
I just sure hope Bobby stops stealing money from your purse.
What, Bobby?
Sometimes you run into those children that have an extremely dysfunctional family.
A horrible school
I
life.
just want to run away.
One such child is Bobby Wilson. He has...
A demon child for a sister.
A teacher who doesn't give a hoot at all.
And meets an interesting group of extraordinary people.
Oh, and
Bobby
Wilson Can Eat His Own Face by Don Select. So I was pretty happy to be going to high school, actually, just to get out of the house. Although my teachers weren't the best.
Okay, people. Today we're going to be learning about World War I. World War I started when... you guys don't care. Yeah, Bobby, what do you want?
I like to learn.
Who cares?
What caused World War I?
I don't know. There are a couple guys in Germany who hated a couple guys in France. And then they started shooting each other.
Wasn't there trench warfare in World War I?
Shut up, Bobby. You know what I care about? I care about getting a husband. No one will date me because I'm stuck here babysitting losers all day, and then I'm getting old and my butt is getting fat. It's all your fault! What?
Maybe if you were nicer to people, you'd be able to find a husband.
Well, I know one kid who's not going to pass this history class.
Gym class, though, was my least favorite subject.
Wilson, attention!
Yes, Coach Borney.
Hey, does anyone here besides me want to punch Wilson in the face? I've got some advice for you, Wilson. You better get in that weight room there lifting, getting bigger, stronger. Start off with something small that you can handle, like peas. Then you can move up to marshmallows. And if you work really hard, you might be able to lift oranges. Understand?
Yes, sir. And then there was Coach Ellie. She was 24. She was in a long-distance relationship with some guy named Michael in Pittsburgh. Sometimes, in my dreams, Michael was in a car accident. Sometimes he was hit by a meteor from outer space. And sometimes he was eaten by wolves. Coach Ellie would be so distraught. She would come to me for comfort. And that's when...
All right, Runts. You're going to have some social dance lessons. You're going to go with Coach Ellie.
And at that moment...
Come here, Bobby. We're going to try a waltz. It's an old dance. Your partner isn't going to break if you touch her, boys. That's right. Firm, but gentle. Hold on loosely, but don't let go. Because if you hold on too tight, you're going to lose control. That's good, Bobby.
Thank you.
Watch how Bobby does it, everyone. Such a master.
Thank you.
You know, I've been waiting for a man who dances a waltz like you can.
Really?
Yes. So graceful, so strong, so close to being on the beat.
I'm trying.
I know. I'm falling for you, Bobby. I've never felt this way for anyone before.
What about Michael? Pittsburgh.
Michael in Pittsburgh has been eaten by wolves.
Da, 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 da.
I love you.
Just kiss me.
So I leaned in,
What is going on?
and that's when it occurred to me as they were dragging me to the principal's office that I must have been daydreaming.
Try kissing a teacher?
Mom, listen.
Sicko.
Shut up, Wendy.
Oh, Bobby, Wendy's right. How can you embarrass our family like this? I remember when you were a baby. You weren't a drug-addicted terrorist then.
I'm not one now.
Well, we'll just have to find a school that will take you now.
Mommy,
What, Wendy?
Bobby said poop.
So then I decided to take things in my own hands. I had enough with school. I had enough with people yelling at me for no reason. I was going to go strike out on my own. So the next logical step was to run away and join the circus.
Mom! Mommy's gonna run away to the circus!
What?
He signaled us now!
No, I
And then
didn't.
he said poop!
Bobby, you go out in the shed in the backyard right now and think about what you've done. You're a bad influence on Wendy.
What? Mom, the child has been set
Silence,
by...
little! I will strip the skin from your bones!
That's when I decided to run away. And eventually, I found the circus.
Step right up and see the amazing freaks, mistakes of nature, sights to freeze your skin and blow your mind. You'll be amazed, you'll be frightened, but you will never be the same. Watch your step, kid, you're gonna step in nuclear waste.
Oh, whoops. Can I have a job application?
Sure, all you need is a driver's license, a social security card, 3 letters of recommendation, and previous work history.
I can eat my own face.
You're hired!
So then, I got introduced to the freaks, and I finally felt like I belonged.
Behold! Quiet! Telekinetic Lucy, the girl who can move things with her mind. Omnivora, she can eat anything, except for her face. Lobster boy, part lobster. And of course, my name is Steve, and I can kind of bend my thumb back. Watch, it's really cool when it works. It's colder out now, so it's harder. But anyway, we'll move on to the mental manipulations of telekinetic Lucy.
I can move things with only the power of my mind. Watch. Hey, look, it's Michael Jackson!
Billie Jean's not my love.
Wow, the power of the human mind. Next, straight from his home at the bottom of the sea, the unholy child of Lady Gaga and Sebastian from The Little Mermaid, Lobster Boy. He frightened his mother at birth, Lobster Boy. Well, he must be bathing in salt water or something. So we'll move on to the amazing, the incredible Omnivora. She can eat anything.
Hello, I'm Omnivora and
Wait, what's that in your hand?
nothing.
Did you eat Lobster Boy?
No, I did not. No, see, he fell in the vat of the butter and then...
You did the same thing to Muffin Head.
I just can't stop eating things. I know I shouldn't have eaten Muffin Head, but he just looked so good, sitting there with a little muffin head. And then it turns out he wasn't even made out of muffin. He just had a birth defect or something that made him look that way. So it didn't even taste good. And we were friends too. We were going out one night while we were in the back of the bus, making out. The next one thing led to another. And the next thing we do.
Fine. We've had a tough time of it here in wherever it is we are. So we'll just head back to the nuclear test site. And maybe one of you idiots will actually mutate. That way we can have some real freaks.
Oh, wait a minute. Excuse me. So is that why we live on a nuclear test site? So that we can be exposed to nuclear radiation and mutate?
Well, of course. Where do you think Muffin Head came from?
And that's when it occurred to me that my father's advice about danger
If you see a dead animal on the side of the road, leave it alone.
and my father's other advice about women
Don't fall in love with the first woman who talks to you.
was actually pretty good.
Bobby, wait.
I'm not coming back.
Let's just get out of here. Take my hand and hold on.
And then the most amazing thing happened. I actually felt us moving. We were actually levitating.
Well, they don't call me Telekinetic Lucy for nothing.
And then we lifted off the ground and we could see all the people down there below us. From way up in the air, the problems didn't even seem so big anymore. Well, except for Lobster Boy, because he was dead.
So, where should we go now?
I think we should go home. So we flew through the sky and headed north. Way up in the air, Nebraska didn't even seem that boring. As we descended to my house, I realized we'd gotten a kind of glow from all the nuclear radiation.
Holy cheese balls!
So we were flying and glowing.
It's the aliens! They come for me! Ah!
I'm sorry.
Bobby!
Hi, Mom.
Bobby, you're grounded, and who's the flying train?
This is my girlfriend, Telekinetic Lucy.
Hi.
She looks like a floozy, Bobby.
She's magical powers.
They're actually mutant powers.
Well, in that case then.
So everything was pretty much back to normal. I did have one good idea though. When Mom wasn't looking, I put Wendy in a shipping crate and shipped her up to the circus.
Step right up and see the amazing Devil Girl. She's only 5 years old, but she's as evil as sin. Watch in horror at the twisted nature of this little girl.
So everybody lived happily ever after. Well, except for Lobster Boy, because he was dead. The end.